Hello, Shrikanya. Tell me.
Ma'am, after nursing, I am getting only little output only. Does that mean baby is empty in the breast?
Okay. So tell me the color of the milk which you are getting after baby's feed.
Thick white, ma'am.
So that means the baby is not emptying the breast. Thick white milk means that it is the hind milk. And if you are seeing hind milk at the last after baby is finishing the breast, that means the baby is not finishing the breast. So if you can just compress the, like you are doing hand expression. So when you are collecting these drops, these are very important drops. You can collect them and put it in the baby's mouth. And what is the baby gaining weight per week?
Yes, ma'am.
How much is the baby is gaining?
Birth weight is 2.8. He is now 2.5 months old. Now he is 5.5, ma'am.
Just a minute. So birth weight was
8.
2.8. And now he's 2.5. So 8, 10 weeks. So 10 weeks you told 5.2 na?
5.5, ma'am.
5.5. So just a minute. So 10 weeks into 2 kgs we need to 2.8, 3.8, 4. Awesome. The weight is all good because we needed 2 kgs. So weight is fine. Are you giving any formula milk to the baby?
No, ma'am, I'm not giving.
Very good, Chicken. You are doing good. The baby is doing good. The weight is good. Everything is fine. Basically, still your milk supply is good. The hind milk which is still there, you can just collect it and give it to the baby whenever the baby is like wakened up. Otherwise, it's all fine, Chikanya. Doing good. Very good, Chikanya. I'm so proud of you, Chikanya. So nice. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Else who wants to talk? Questions? Swapnali. Yes. Yes, Swapnali, tell me.
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. So my baby turned 4 2 days back, and
Okay.
I mean the supply is good now, and I'm trying to latch him. Okay, but whatever I do, I mean I think he feels very uncomfortable or maybe scared. Whenever I try the cradle hold or cross cradle hold, now he starts crying. Today I was like trying to, I never force him, but I was trying to force him today, but he is not ready
Correct.
at all.
Don't force him, otherwise he'll have breast aversion. So
Yes.
what I would suggest right now, don't focus on technique. Just
Mm-hmm.
see by whatever technique the baby can come on the breast. Whatever, however it is possible. Just try for that.
Okay.
Okay. Don't think of
Okay.
about the technique right now. Just
Yes.
see anytime. Just keep trying. When you have milk supply, good milk supply, you are confident. I'm so happy, Swapnali, because I know
Yes.
your whole journey. So that way, I am so proud of you, Swapnali, again. So now, because the supply is good, so what I would suggest, like, keep trying in between. When you see the baby is playing 4 months old, just keep, and don't think of the technique right now. Just see,
Okay.
however, for any seconds also, if he's coming now, it's fine. Just put him on
Okay.
the breast regularly. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Just
Yes.
try for that. And we have our, I think, next call scheduled on which date?
11.
Okay. So it is 8th today. So you have
Yes.
3 days more, Swapnali. Just
Yes.
do something. Let's see
I
how
hope the
it.
miracle happens.
Yeah, correct. So just don't focus on any kind of technique. Just you try to put him on the breast whenever you feel like he's a little in a mood. Try that. And also you try in mid bottle feeding as I already suggested you. That way.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank
All
you,
the
ma'am.
best.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Welcome. So next is Trupti. Okay. Yes, Trupti. Unmute yourself and tell me.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Trupti. How are
Hi.
you?
Yes, I'm fine.
Great. Tell me.
Yeah. My baby is 4.5 months.
Okay.
He's on a breastfeed completely.
Very
But
good.
from last week, maybe milk supply is low.
Okay.
So that's
How are you feeling that milk is low?
because जब वो लैच करता है ना वो बीच में ही छोड़ देता है.
देखो 4.5 महीने का बच्चा है, ठीक है?
हाँ.
4.5
Yes.
महीने का बच्चा खेलना चाहता है. अभी वो
Okay.
न्यूबॉर्न की तरह नहीं है जो लंबा लंबा फीडिंग करेगा, अभी उसको दुनिया
Actually.
है भाई, उसको
Okay.
खेलना है
Okay.
उसको, ठीक है। तो अभी जब उनको
Okay.
खेलना होता है ना, तो वो इतना लंबा लंबा फीडिंग नहीं करेंगे, और फिर वो क्या करेंगे, थोड़ा पियेंगे फिर इधर उधर देखेंगे,
हाँ.
फिर थोड़ा पियेंगे
Actually.
फिर इधर उधर देखेंगे, और वो
हाँ.
बंद नहीं करने देंगे। आप अगर सोचोगे चलो नहीं फीडिंग करना है, चलो हटो, नहीं,
हाँ.
खोल के भी रखो, उनको पूरा चाहिए सब कुछ इसके अंदर। तो उस
Actually.
केस में
हाँ.
हमको क्या करना है, दो तीन चीजों का ध्यान रखो तृप्ति। अभी अभी बच्चे की साइकोलॉजी समझो, उसको इतना
हाँ.
सब कुछ नया दिखता है, डिस्ट्रैक्शन कितना सारा है। तो
हम्म.
एक तो रूम का लाइट्स थोड़ा डिम करके रखो उसके अंदर,
Okay.
ठीक है।
Okay.
दूसरा, जिस समय वो फीडिंग आप उसको करा रहे हो ना, आसपास जो उसकी जितना भी उसका विजन है, उसमें उसको
हाँ.
टॉयज या बहुत ब्राइट कलर्स नहीं दिखने चाहिए। तो थोड़ा ऐसे
Okay.
बैठो कि दीवार के पीछे बैठो कि उसको दीवार दिखे इधर पीछे की
हम्म.
तरफ, तो दैट
हम्म.
वे। थर्ड थिंग, वो बात कर, जैसे दूध पीते समय तुमसे बात भी करता होगा आ
हाँ.
करके
हाँ
इसके
करता
अंदर,
है.
तो उस पर
हाँ.
अभी रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करो अभी इसके अंदर, ठीक
Okay.
है। तो फीडिंग
हम्म.
कराओ। अभी बेबी को क्या होता है ना, अभी बेबी शांति से है, तो अभी क्या है,
हम्म.
उसको मम्मा से बात किया, मम्मा ने रिस्पॉन्ड किया, तो उसको लगेगा मम्मा मुझसे बात कर रही है
बात
उसके
कर
अंदर,
रही है.
ठीक है।
हम्म.
पहले फीडिंग कंप्लीट कर लो, बाद में उसको
Okay.
खूब प्यार करो, खूब खेलो। उसको
Okay.
पहले खाना खाओ फिर खेलेंगे इसके अंदर।
खेलेंगे. अच्छा.
इन
Okay.
ट्रिप्स को ट्राई करो, और मिल्क सप्लाई को चेक करने के लिए बेबी का वेट चेक करो। वेट चेक किया है तृप्ति?
वेट अभी लास्ट मंथ किया था जब उसका वैक्सीनेशन था. अराउंड 6.8 था.
ओ वेरी गुड। और बेबी का
हाँ.
अभी क्या एज, वो सॉरी उसका बर्थ वेट क्या
4.5
था?
months. बर्थ वेट
5.5 मंथ है ना?
बर्थ
5,
वेट वाज 3.150.
ठीक है। अभी रुको, मुझे 2 मिनट कैलकुलेट करने दो।
ओके.
तो 5, 5 4 3 महीने तक हमें 2.4 चाहिए था ना, 3 4 5 5.5, 2.5 महीना, 2.5 महीना और मानो तो 2.5 4 8 9 10 वीक्स, 10 into 6, 10 into 150, तो 1.5 और चाहिए था। 5 6 7 8 9 2 3, बर्थ वेट 3.1 था ना, तो
यस.
देखो हमको 7 चाहिए था, हमको 6.8 मिला है, ठीक है
हाँ.
तृप्ति, ठीक
हाँ.
है। 200
व्हेन ही
ग्राम्स
वाज
ही है ना, वो
3.5
कवर कर।
months. हाँ.
हाँ,
ओके.
ठीक है, तो इट इज फाइन। तो ये भी तुम पुराना बता रहे हो ना, इसका वेट 6.8।
हाँ पुराना है वो.
हाँ, तो ठीक है। अभी अब तुम चेक करोगे, हफ्ते में चेक करो, जैसे कल मॉर्निंग में चेक करना, उसके पूरा 1 वीक के बाद चेक करना। अगर बेबी का
ओके.
वेट 100 से 150 ग्राम्स गेन हो रहा है, परफेक्टली फाइन है तृप्ति, डोंट वरी
ओके.
एट ऑल इसके अंदर,
उसका जो
ठीक है।
डायपर भी है ना, वो मैं दिन में आफ्टर 3 3 hours चेंज करती हूँ ना,
देखो
तभी
मेरा
वो
बच्चा,
फुल रहता है.
देखो डायपर से पता नहीं चलता, रीजन बीइंग कि अगर बच्चा आगे का दूध पी रहा है ना, फोम मिल्क, तो वो यूरिन
मिल्क.
तो
हाँ.
खूब अच्छी पास करेगा ना, लेकिन उसको
ओके.
तो पीछे का दूध पीना है जो गाढ़ा
पीछे
दूध है,
दूध चाहिए.
ठीक है। हाइड मिल्क के लिए हमको यूरिन का आउटपुट से नहीं पता चलता है, वेट से
ओके.
पता चलता है। तो वेट
ओके.
गेन उसका चेक करो, संडे टू संडे चेक करा करो रेगुलरली, और अगर
ओके.
100 से 150 ग्राम्स मिल रहा है, परफेक्ट है, सब कुछ ठीक है इसके अंदर,
ओके.
ठीक है।
ओके. ओके. और आपसे कांटेक्ट करना होगा तो मुझे क्या करना होगा?
हेल्पलाइन टीम का नंबर है आपके पास?
नहीं है.
किसी भी हमारी टीम में किसी का भी नंबर है?
नहीं, मैंने आज आपके मेल आ रहे हैं मुझे. मैं
हाँ, तो मेल पे
देख रही
रिप्लाई
हूँ
कर दो,
जैसे. ओके.
मेल पे रिप्लाई
ओके.
कर दो, तो उस पे भेज देंगे आपको कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर।
ओके मैम. ठीक है. ठीक है. या. ओके. थैंक यू सो मच.
वेलकम, मोस्ट वेलकम। ठीक है, अब नेक्स्ट भव्या। अनम्यूट।
Hello, ma'am.
हेलो, कैसे हो आप? हाउ आर यू?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you? Thank you.
यस, आई एम गुड टू। टेल मी।
Ma'am, my little one is 2.5 months old. Like she's 10 weeks old.
ओके।
In between, from first she is on breastfeed only, but in between, like I had an infection on the incision, so I had to give two bottle for in the morning time.
ओके।
But from then, she refused to take feed from me, and she opted to take from bottle. But slowly, I again, from 2 weeks, I made her to feed from me. But now she, like after this process, she's like feeding only 5 minutes from me. She's taking feed for 5 minutes only, and she seems to be satisfied. Is it possible for her to have like to satisfy her hunger in 5 minutes?
Okay. So now I would like all of my old patients, anybody who can answer this. Her baby is 2.5 months old. So this is around growth spurt period. Any mother who can tell me why is it the baby not feeding for long and little fussy on the breast? Can anybody answer me? Any of my old patients? Swapnali, anybody? Just raise your hand. Who can tell me the answer of this? Of Bhavya? Come on, तुम लोग को सिखाया है मैंने. कोई तो हो. Come on, girls. मेरी नाक मत कटाओ तुम लोग. स्वप्नाली, तुम बताओ. स्वप्नाली?
मैम
हाँ.
ग्रोथ स्पर्ट में मतलब कम छोटे छोटे टाइम में पीता रहता है बेबी, तो इसीलिए क्या बस
हाँ,
5
गुड
मिनट
है. अब भव्या को समझाओ. भव्या का बेबी 2.5 months का है. पहले अच्छे से ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग करता था, फिर उसने बॉटल एक बार देना शुरू किया. अभी बच्चा बहुत कम टाइम के लिए ब्रेस्ट पे आ रहा है, 5-5 मिनट के लिए. तो अभी
हाँ
भव्या स्वप्नाली को सुन रही है.
हाँ, मतलब प्लीज मैम मुझे करेक्ट कीजिएगा, बट ग्रोथ स्पर्ट में बेबी फसी हो जाता है क्योंकि उसे छोटे छोटे जैसे क्लस्टर फीडिंग होता है, छोटे छोटे टाइम में उसे ज्यादा भूख छोटे छोटे टाइम में उसे भूख लगती रहती है, तो इसलिए 5 मिनट भी पी लिया तो भी उसका पेट जितना भर गया ना, तो फिर से वो और थोड़ी देर बाद फिर से दूध मांगेगा. तो ग्रोथ स्पर्ट्स आई थिंक 3-6 months में आते हैं, तो इसीलिए वो छोटे छोटे स्पैन में मांगता रहता है दूध, बट आई थिंक इट शुड बी फाइन राइट मैम, अगर वेट गेन सही है तो.
Good girl, good girl. I'm so proud of you, Swapnali. Very nice. Good.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
now, Bhavya, do you understand Hindi, Bhavya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, sorry, Swapnali, मैंने आपको गलत से दे दिया. Fine. So, Bhavya, see, the baby at 2.5, at the first, let's understand about the growth spurts. So, growth spurts at 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months, 5 months, 7 months. Okay. So, during growth spurt, the baby's demand increases. Okay. And also because at that time, usually at 3 months, the baby starts seeing colors. Okay. So, their vision improves. So, they are so much distracted. So these symptoms will start seeing around 10 to 15 days before, and it will continue to 7 to 10 days after. Okay. So right now your baby is 2.5 months old, which is showing the signs of feeding less on the breast. But have you seen that the baby is little fussy these days? Is it so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And also the baby is asking for frequent feedings?
Actually, no, ma'am. She feeds for every 2 hours or 2.5 hours, but she feeds only for 5 minutes per session.
Okay. So this may be that way the baby is able to empty the breast in 5 minutes also. Okay. So during the growth spurts, they are asking for frequent feeding, but this is not happening right now. But if she's fussy, and what was the last week's weight gain?
I didn't check the last week's weight gain, ma'am, but I went for a 2-month regular checkup. At that time, she was 5.19 kgs.
5.1. And what is the birth weight?
2.9 kgs, ma'am.
2.9. So 4 into 4, 8. 8 to the 16. 1.6. 5, 2, 3, 4. See, weight was good. And the baby is taking formula milk only once.
No, ma'am, she didn't take formula milk, ma'am. I pumped my milk and I gave it through bottle.
So the baby is on exclusive breastfeeding.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Bhavya, the baby's weight is good. Okay. So right now when she is feeding for lesser time, there are two things. Either she is able to empty the breast because her weight is good. So at till 8 weeks, we needed 200 grams per week. So how much weight we needed? 8 into 1.6 kg. So if we plus 1.6 to 2.9, which was the birth weight, it comes to 4.5 kgs. While you got the weight as 5.19. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So weight is more than what we required at that time. So that way her nutrition demands are good. Like they are getting fulfilled properly. Now what is happening? Either she's full in 5 minutes, she's able to empty the breast. That's why she doesn't need more. And second thing is, this is because her growth spurt period. Okay. So in both the ways, baby is doing well, I would suggest. Okay. So it's all fine, Bhavya. Whatever you are doing right now, it's fine. If she's feeding for less time, but her weight is gaining more, then you're like, you should be a blessed mother. Your baby is not feeding for more time. It's fine, Bhavya. There. Okay.
Actually, I like after she's feeding, I'm pumping, ma'am, because of breast engorgement. I'm pumping. She feeds only at one side. When I pump, I get about 120 ml on one side, and what she feeds, I get like 40 ml or so. Is that like Does it mean
It's
that
all
she's
fine. You have a
taking
very
milk?
good milk supply, Bhavya. You have a very good milk supply. You can just save this milk. You can just collect this milk and store it in your refrigerator.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am. I'm
Or,
donating the milk,
yeah, that's what
whatever.
I was going to tell you. Or you can donate it to a nearby hospital. That's actually, there are very less people. There are blessed mothers who are getting such good milk supply. The congratulations for that. And Bhavya, you can just donate it to any nearby hospital. That will be a blessing to so many babies. Yeah. And your baby is doing good. Your baby's weight is all fine. So it's all perfectly, Bhavya.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Sanya, unmute yourself.
Assalamualaikum.
Bhavya? Oh, sorry, Sanya?
I'm from Pakistan, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Sanya. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Well,
Actually, my baby girl just turned like 5 months old now,
okay. Mm-hmm.
and the problem I'm facing is that I just quit breastfeeding literally. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now, please repeat it.
Yes, I said that I quit breastfeeding like for since she was 1 month old. I just quit breastfeeding because I was facing very low milk supply problem
Okay.
that time. So my baby was getting too fussy. So I thought that I wasn't able to feed her much and I couldn't satisfy her. So I just turned into a bottle feed. So that's why it was very difficult for me to satisfy her. And I started like bottle feeding, and now I'm facing that. I want to
Lactation.
like
Relactation.
relactation. Yes.
Sanya,
So
see
can you guide
relactation.
me, please?
Yes, please.
Yes. Can you guide me? How can I start relactation? Like
Okay.
I literally got 2 to 3 drops,
Okay.
not
No
more than
worries.
that.
No worries, Sanya. So see, relactation is something very personal to a mother. I need to go in a deep history with that. So I would suggest you just reach out to the team tomorrow and get a consultation booked with me so that I can understand why the baby didn't feed after 1 month, what happened, what was the history, do you have any medical history? I need to go deep into this. Okay. And
Okay.
then
I also have 6 years old son. So in that time, I was literally breastfeeding him all the time. I didn't use
you have a
bottle
very
that
good
time.
history, that means, Sanya, you
Yes.
have a positive history. So we can get the breast milk also for this baby also. So don't worry, but
Okay.
5 months are already passed. Now don't waste time there. Just reach out to the team tomorrow and just book a call with me.
How can I
And we'll
reach the
connect.
team? How can I reach the
Just
team?
mail
Can you
me.
guide
You
me?
just mail me, Sanya. I'll just send you the team's number there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Anybody else who wants to talk to me right now, or should I start the Q&A sessions? Anybody who wants to talk can unmute. If you let me know, I'll unmute you. You can raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Arul. Yes, Arul. No, who asked? Arul asked. Yes. Yes, Arul. Unmute yourself and let me.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Yes, I'm good too. Tell me.
Actually, my son is 70 days plus, ma'am.
How much?
He
30
has
days?
70, 70.
70 days. Okay.
Uh, till last week, he was breastfeeding, was fine and good, ma'am. The past 3 days, he has some cold and it was not continuous. In early morning and evening, he has that cough, ma'am. He's not drinking my milk. I'm
Okay.
forcing him, I'm feeding him. Daytime, I'll be feeding by sitting position, ma'am. During late night, I'll be feeding him by lying on bed, ma'am. Now, the whole day, like early morning and after 4 to 5 p.m., he's demanding to drink while lying down, ma'am. And he started crying, it's really tough to calm down him and to take my milk, ma'am.
So I will just imagine when we have any cold and cough, we don't want to eat. We feel so uncomfortable. It is the same for the baby also. Okay. So, and your pediatrician would have suggested you some nasal drops, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what you do before feeding the baby, around 10 minutes before, you put those nasal drops to the baby's nose, and it will open the nasal airway, and then you take the baby on the breast. Okay, 10 minutes
Okay,
before.
ma'am.
That will
Actually,
open
his nose is not blocked, ma'am. He's having that cough alone, ma'am.
Yeah, that is true. But you know, that whole thing, that URTI, upper respiratory tract infection, if you just open up with the nose, because these are very small babies, we are not able to understand what is there, but they are very irritable. So if you open up the at least nostril, that will clear his nasal way that way. And second thing is for his congestion. So what your doctor has suggested some antibiotics or something like that for the baby?
No, ma'am.
Okay, no worries. So what you do on YouTube, just you find there is one video, cough and cold for babies. On my YouTube channel, you will find that. So I have given
Okay,
a
ma'am.
oil recipe there at the last. So just make that oil at your home. Okay. And before going to bed, just put that oil, apply that oil to the chest, the back, and to the foot of the baby. Okay. And just apply that and throughout the winters, and for all the mothers, you just go to YouTube, my channel, and find cough and cold for babies. And or if you are not able to find, just mail us. We will send you the link of it. Otherwise, you go on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is in the name of Dr. Tanima Singhal, and you will find that. So watch that. I have given a recipe of oil. All of you, this winters are starting, make that oil and apply to your baby's chest and back and foot. It will take care of your babies throughout the cold. Okay. So Arul, when you are saying that the baby is not able to feed for last few days, so I would suggest that whatever, please show to your pediatrician so that they can give the medicines. His cough and cold is relieved so that he feels better and not irritable and can come on the breast. Because right now is the time when the babies are growing and if he's already 70 days old. So what will happen, because now if you give him by bottle or by any other ways, he will be more inclined towards the bottle and all that. So better to just reach out to your pediatrician, get his cough and cold resolved, and put it on the breast regular. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, one more question.
Yes.
Till 60 days, if we drink one side of my breast, like it will be very light and I feel the breast is empty. Past 10 days, no, ma'am, like I feel some, my breast is not getting empty.
Huh. It's because he's not well done. He's not able to empty the breast regularly. He's having cold and cough. That's why. So
Actually, cold and
make
cough
it.
is for last 3 days, ma'am. Before that, there is no problem with them.
Okay. So what you do, once you finish the baby's feed, then you can hand express or you can pump for 5 to 10 minutes. So that will empty the breast. And whether the breast is emptied or not, that you can check by seeing the color of the milk. After baby's feed, if the color of the milk is thick white, that means breast is not empty yet. And if you see the translucent milk, that means breast is empty. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Trupti.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Tell me.
एक्चुअली बेबी को लास्ट 2 वीक में ना कफ और कोल्ड था, तो डॉक्टर ने उसे सिनारेस्ट और टसफिल प्लस सजेस्ट किया था, तो वो भी दे रही हूँ, लेकिन इन द नाइट वो ब्रेस्ट फीड प्रॉपर से लेता है, मॉर्निंग में बहुत रोता है, अभी भी रो रहा है, उसकी वजह से मैंने फिर से क्वेश्चन किया आपको कि सेम रीजन है उसका या
तो
फिर
बच्चों, या तुम लोग कैसे सोचो ना, हम लोग बीमार पड़ते तो कितने इरिटेबल होते हैं। अब हम बड़े हो गए हैं, मतलब जो है करके रो नहीं सकते, बट वो तो छोटे बच्चे हैं ना, वो तो अपना कम्युनिकेशन वैसे ही करेंगे। गुस्सा आ रहा है, हमको नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है, अब वो तो वैसे बेचारे रो करके ही बताएंगे ना उसके अंदर। तो यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं करना है, उसको थोड़ा अपने से चिपका के रखो, उसको थोड़ा काम करो, उसको थोड़ा कोशिश करो कि इसकी नोज वगैरह अच्छे से खुले। इसमें आपके डॉक्टर ने जो भी आपको दवाइयां दी है वो आप ऑलरेडी दे ही रहे हो। आप एक और चीज कर, उसको थोड़ा स्टीम दे सकते हो, तो जैसे पानी गरम गरम बाथरूम में ऑन कर लो, एंड जैसे सर्दियों में नहाते हैं तो बाथरूम में नहीं पानी पूरा स्टीम हो जाती है, दरवाजा बंद करके बच्चे को थोड़ी देर वहां पे लेके बैठ जाओ, तो उससे थोड़ा स्टीम जाएगा, तो उसकी नाक खुल जाएगी इसमें। और जो यूकलिप्टस ऑयल होता है उसके पिलो के आसपास 1-2 बूंद लगा दो, तो उससे क्या होगा,
Okay.
उसकी फ्यूम से उसकी नाक खुली रहेगी
खुली
उससे।
रहेगी।
तो थोड़ा ये सब चीजें हैं। और जो अजवाइन होता है उसका थोड़ा तवे पे भून करके उसका पोटली बना के, जो मैंने ऑयल बताया वो लगा के थोड़ा उसका सिकाई कर दो फ्रंट में बैक में, तो उससे थोड़ा
Okay.
बच्चे को आराम मिलेगा।
आराम
और उसको
मिलेगा।
अपने पास अच्छे से पकड़ के होल्ड करके रख करो, ठीक हो जाएगा।
ठीक
बेबी
है।
बेबी बेचारा क्रैंकी है इस समय, थोड़ा फंसी है। और वो तो हम लोग
Okay.
भी होते हैं ना, हम भी
होते हैं।
चाहते हैं ना कोल्ड के टाइम पे कोई हमारा ख्याल रखे, कोई
ख्याल
हमें।
रखें।
दैट्स ऑल,
Yeah.
सिंपल।
Okay.
ठीक
Okay,
है,
ma'am. ठीक। Yeah. Thank you.
वेलकम। मनाली। मनाली।
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me, doctor?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Oh, great. Actually, my question was so basically, I feel that I have an uneven supply towards the evenings. Uh,
Okay,
and so that is one of the things that I wanted to ask, like, like
okay. How old is your baby?
she just completed 3 months on 26th of this the last month. She's 4 months old, basically.
Okay, she's 4 months, right? Okay. So this, see, uneven milk supply in the evening. So what do you feel? Why do you feel that it looks uneven in the evening?
So I feel she does a lot of cluster feeding in the evening because in the morning she's most of the time sleeping. Like she has a pattern. Like after her bathing, she has a little bit of breast milk and then she's off to sleep, which she gets up at around 12:30 or directly at 2. Then she would have some of the breast milk and again she's sleeping. So I guess the daytime is most of the time she's sleeping and that's the reason evening she demands for a lot of breast
Yeah.
milk,
So this
which
is
is
nature.
continuous.
This is
Yeah, so that
nature because
right.
nature will fulfill the milk, na? And when
Yeah,
the baby is giving you time in the day, the baby will take full of her mother's time in the evening. He says
right.
that, okay, you rest with me in the day and feed me with me too. So in the evenings, don't worry. What is the recent weight gain of the baby?
Her last so this month I don't check her weight on a weekly basis. It's a monthly basis during her pediatrician visit.
Mhm.
So I have checked her weight last month. That's 10th of August, and she is due for a visit this 10th September. So it was around 4.7
Okay.
on 10th of August.
And what is the birth weight?
Birth weight was 2.9,
And what is her date of birth?
26th of May.
May. And she's on exclusive breastfeeding?
Yes, she is, and she has formula feeds one, max maybe twice, because I have started taking up lectures, and the time I'm not available, she just have one feed during that time
That
in the
time,
afternoon.
if it is happening like that, na, you can express the milk and store it in your refrigerator. So when you are
Okay.
not around, they can just, whoever is at home can warm the milk and give it to the baby. Okay?
Because I tried expressing once, maybe immediately after a feed, I have tried, so maybe that is the reason. But it was just about around 40-50 ml. So I
So,
thought that she might not. So
okay.
that is
So
the
if you want to improve the milk supply, you can contact the team tomorrow. We can work and improve it so that we don't need to give the formula milk from above. You can just
okay.
express your milk for a few days. We need to work on improving the supply. Once the
Mhm.
supply is good, you can store the milk when you are not at home. Somebody can give that expressed milk to the baby so that the baby will get exclusive breastfeeding. And
Okay.
about the weight, 26 May. So May, June, July, August. That is 2.4. August, May, June, July, August. So 10th August was 4.7, na? So
Yes.
2.9. It is fine. Okay. So weight was all fine. Now only thing is that once or twice which you are giving formula milk to the baby,
Mhm.
we just need to work on that and like express the milk more so that can be replaced with the formula milk. So your question was uneven milk supply in the evening. What you said, that is
Yes.
because when the baby is not feeding much in the day, she's covering up in the evening. That's perfectly fine, and that is good for your milk supply also. If the baby will take such long breaks in between, the supply might go down. So that is okay. Cluster feedings in the evening is fine to cover up the milk supply. That's fine,
But
Manali.
then usually what happens is like sometimes she gets cranky if she doesn't get milk because like she's having after every half an hour, 1 hour. So after she's fed in the next half an hour, if she requires, I mean, she's cranky on the breast because I think so
Correct.
the milk supply may be, slow or she's not
Correct.
getting
So that's
that
why I
milk.
would suggest that you should pump for a few days and collect the milk and have a stash in your refrigerator. So sometimes when it is
Okay.
not full, you can just give that as a top up instead of formula milk.
So that expressing, I can do it in the mornings when she is not actually.
Anytime when she is not active and she's not feeding much, you can express the milk that way.
All right. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Vidhi.
Hello, ma'am, can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Firstly, I
How
would
are
like
you?
to thank you so much. I'm doing good. It's just an honor to join these seminars and get a lot of information. It's been from
It's
day
my pleasure.
one I have attended. So thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Ma'am, my question is that my baby is 60 days old. He's
Okay.
born on 5th of July. Now it's 63 days. So earlier he used to sleep for like after feeding of half an hour, he used to sleep for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Now recently 10-15 days back after his vaccination, I see a lot of changes. He's been asking for feed frequently and also sleeping for 1 hour or 1.5 hour. It's just that after his massage in the morning, he sleeps for 3 hours, and after massage also he's awake. Like for example, if he's sleeping at 12, he wakes up at 3 or 4, and then from 4 o'clock to midnight 10 he's awake. So first my concern is that he's not sleeping even after enough feed.
What is
And
the
birth weight was 2.2580, approx 2600, and now his weight, I did it on 5th of July, was 4400, 60 grams less to 4.5.
so he was born on 5th July, na?
Yes.
July, August, September. So nearly 8 weeks he is. So
Yes.
this weight was checked on which date? 4.4.
Fifth. Yeah, just fifth. This 5th of September.
September. Okay. So
Yeah.
nearly 8 weeks you have checked, no? So 8
Yes.
weeks we need 816. 1.6, 1.6 into 1.2, 6, 7, 8, 3. Weight is all fine. So maybe because now, and this vaccination was done on 5th, na?
Yes, his second vaccination was done on 5th. His first vaccination was done on 45 days. After this 45 days, I see a lot of changes on him. He's not sleeping well. And another thing I find is he doesn't like swaddling. So we also try to remove his hand. But when we remove his hand, he completely takes off anywhere, hurts himself, and then disturbs his sleep. So I don't really understand whether it is swaddling or my supply, which is because I'm also feeding only from my right side. My left supply has completely reduced. I didn't knew that if we do not maintain the supply from both the sides, it will get drastically reduced. But I have started now taking him on my left and see a little changes. It's been 10 days. I have started seeing from 5 ml, it has come to 15 ml, 20 ml. I can pump. So
So now here are two things which we need to work upon. One is like only 3 days before he has got his vaccination. So maybe because of the pain and all that, he might be feeling like that way. So
no, ma'am.
just
It's been since the day 45. He is not sleeping well. It's just 1 hour, 1.5 hour. He's sleeping.
no, his last vaccination was done on 5th September, na?
No, ma'am. उसके पहले 45 days if I calculate, then 22nd 22nd of August.
Vaccination done. Okay. So since then he is not sleeping well and all that. Okay.
Yes.
So see, weight wise, I am seeing the weight is all fine if we see. But yes, his birth weight was on a lower side. He was born on 2.26, which is on a lower side, and now his body will try to recover that. It is nature. Nature will always try to recover the weight of the baby. Okay. So now if we see in that way, if we feel in a natural way, it is in our side. When the baby will demand regularly, his weight will increase more. Okay. So that will be in our favor. But now we have to cope up with that much of milk supply also. Because obviously your body, you have after giving birth, even your body is not that much like I'm not saying about capability. Sorry for using that word. I just mean to say like recovery point. If I say you have just delivered the baby around 2 months back, so basically what we need to work upon is like you have to improve the milk supply in a way that it should cope up as the baby is growing. So when he's growing per day, we have to improve the milk supply in a way that it should also increase as per the baby's demand is increasing. So in that way, because you have also told that the baby is not feeding from the left side, this is one of the reason because One side of milk supply may not be sufficient for him that way. So whatever you are doing is correct, that you are creating more demand on the left side. So what you do, every time your baby demands milk, you first put the baby on the left side. Okay. Then take him on the right side. And once you are finishing, take him for a few more minutes on the left side. So when you will be creating more demand on the left side, even the milk supply will improve on the left side also. So when the milk supply is coming from both the breasts, it will be sufficient for the baby.
So how many minutes should I feed him on left side?
Let him be on the breast, whatever he wants. Let him only decide on that. Because
Okay.
he has been drinking on the right side. So it is not like that he doesn't know how to feed. He knows how to feed. So let him decide how much long he wants to be on the left. But you have to see the active feeding. And how to see the active feeding? So you should see the gulping. When you are drinking any kind of liquids, you can see the gulp in the neck. So if you are seeing that he's gulping, that means he's active feeding. So if he's not gulping, that means he's doing a passive feeding. So if he's doing active feeding on left side, let him be on the breast for how long as he wants. That.
And ma'am, during cluster feeding, I can do this now. I can create a demand on left side. But there's one more question. When cluster feeding occurs, how many minutes should we feed the baby and how much time should I rest myself?
Okay. So cluster feedings, first of all, I'll tell you that you can lie down and feed. You can feed the baby in side lying position. So side lying is good for a cluster feeding. It will be not too tiring for you. And understand, basically cluster feeding babies are not very hungry. It is because of the natural rhythm of the cluster feeding that they are demanding regularly. So that time, just don't focus on the technique. Let the baby be however the baby wants to feed. You would have seen that if he is drinked well and you have just checked the breast, and the color has become translucent also, but still the baby keeps asking. So in that way, those 3 to 4 hours when the baby is doing cluster feeding, lie down with the child and let the baby be on the breast for whatever time the baby wants. You can just change the positions by moving here and there, but you can take rest at that time by putting the baby on the sideline holds. Okay.
Okay. By putting the baby on the left side, will that during cluster feeding,
Yes.
will that create supply?
Yes. That will create better supply. Put him on the breast on the left side. That will be
When
good.
I spoke to doctor about his sleep disturbance, he said that I need to start with a little of formula 30 ml at least after his sleep.
No, Pinky, not required. Your baby's weight is fine.
The baby's weight is
The only thing is because he's low birth weight, so we have to work on improving the weight. That is one concern, a different one. But according to the age, he has gained well that way. But yes, of course, we have to improve the weight because his birth weight was on a lower side. So now start feeding him from both the sides. Once the milk supply improves on the left side, it will be good.
Also, ma'am,
Okay.
after your suggestion, I started using moringa powder from Dr. Mix and Lactomagic powder. I take them twice a day. I feel that there are changes after, like, in my breast milk. It's little thicker. I feel the consistency has improved. But how often should I just keep taking that?
You just take it twice a day. And right now, when you are working on improving the milk supply, take it thrice a day. Once your milk supply is good, make it twice a day. Okay. Second thing, do oil massage and hot compress. Just take any oil, and or Dr. Mix oil is also available. Just put it on the breast and massage the breast for 5 minutes. And then take a cotton cloth and warm it on a pan or on iron press and do little 5 minutes of warm compress. This will improve the flow. So just do it on the left side because your main issue is on the left side, and then feed the baby. This will improve the flow also, and the baby will able to empty the breast faster also. So this way, and how to check everything, check the weight. So tomorrow morning, you check the baby's weight at your home and follow everything for 1 week and check the weight again after 1 week. So if the baby is gaining 200 grams per week, it is perfect.
And ma'am, I don't have any machine like a weight machine. The normal weight machine that we use for adults, can we use that to check the weight of
First
the
stand
baby?
alone. First stand alone on that, and then hold your baby and stand on that machine again and minus these weights.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Ma'am, just last question. Since today, I am observing that my baby is passing little of green stool with little mucus. It's just today that I'm observing, and he did poop 3 to 4 times. Last night it was mustard yellow, good in consistency like yogurt. But today I can see it's little slimy and it's little.
That's fine. So green colored poop, the green colored poops are basically of the most common reasons are 2 reasons. Either if the baby is on formula milk, which is not there in your case. Second reason is because of the imbalance of fore milk and the hind milk. Okay, so that is not a concern. Basically, you just feed the baby. Right now, don't think about the poop color. That way.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome. Dr. Vidhi.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, कैसे हैं आप? How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Great. Tell me.
Okay. Ma'am, I have twin babies. So my question is that they feed for one hour, and even after that they remain hungry, and I have to give them formula milk. Like they are 8 weeks old, 7 weeks old now. So they take around 60 ml formula milk even after breastfeeding. And I express my milk, but the supply is like 30 ml for 15 minutes only. So I'm not able to understand how to shift them to completely breast milk.
And what is the weight of the babies?
Like they when they were born, they were 1.8 and 1.9, and now they are 3.7 and 3.8. Yesterday only I did the weight.
Yesterday only. So it is 7th September, and birth weight was, birth date
14th July.
14 July. So July, August, September. So they are 8 weeks, 7 weeks as you told, no?
Yeah.
7 to
Yeah.
the 14, 1.4, 1.8. Weight is fine because they are on formula milk also. So the weight is on a little more side, but because their birth weight was very less, so it's good that we have to increase fast. The only thing here, you are feeding the babies for one hour, Dr. Vijay, and
Yeah.
still they are not full. It is because your babies are not feeding regularly for 1 hour. They are doing passive feeding, okay? And that makes them tired, and because of that, they are more hungry. So what you have to see the active feeding. So when they are on the breast, as I was just telling the mother before, you have to see
Yeah.
the active feeding by seeing the neck. The gulping sign you have to see. If the babies are like moving, you can see the neck. They are gulping. So if they are doing gulpings, that means they are drinking the milk. When they are,
Okay.
and as you would have observed, the babies while they're sleeping, they keep moving their head, their mouth. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is not a sign that they are drinking milk. So you have to see
Okay.
the active feeding. So if the babies are doing active feeding, then only you put them on the breast. Otherwise, just sitting with the baby for 1 hour, it will be tiring for you also because you have to take care of twins, and it will
Yeah.
be like the energy loss for the babies also. So that is
Okay.
not going to help us. And secondly,
Okay.
about increasing the milk supply, I would suggest reach out to the team tomorrow for booking a consultation where I can guide you like on a personal level how to improve the milk supply.
Okay.
Okay.
And ma'am, one more question. How much milk volume expressed is considered normal? Like in 15 minutes, how much should be expressed?
So see, you have to do the reverse cycle. We have to see our baby should gain 200 grams in 1 week. Okay. Now, in 1 week, how much milk the baby has taken, which has improved the weight of the baby to 200 grams. That is one thing we have to target. Every baby is different. Every baby's metabolism is different. So we can't say that, okay, this particular X amount is for all the babies. So we have to like see how much milk is required for our baby. So what you will do this whole week, you just keep a tab how much formula milk you have given to the baby, and just see the weight gain of the baby. If the babies are gaining 200 grams per week, that means your milk and formula milk exactly is what the amount of milk the babies need. But if you see the weight gain more than 200 grams, that means the formula milk is little more. So we have to reduce the formula milk accordingly. Okay.
Okay. And ma'am, I like whenever I pump, it is sometimes like 60 ml or sometimes 90 ml and sometimes just 15 ml.
That is
So
fine. It is fine because this is a natural body. This is not a machine which will make the milk the same every time. And it is on the nature also. We don't eat the same kind of food, same amount of feed full day. So it varies
okay.
because it's the natural body. You will not see the same amount of milk the whole day.
Okay. And is it considered sufficient? Like say 30 ml milk is expressed, pumped in 15
Same,
minutes. Is
I
it
just answered this. It is not about how much milk you are expressing. It is about how much milk your baby needs. So that has to
okay?
be checked by seeing the weight gain of the baby.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
Thank
there
you,
are a lot
ma'am.
of things. That's what I was telling you. So because there are a
Yeah.
lot of things which we need to regularly compare, regularly work, so that we can we can be in touch with regularly, so that we can tap and we can just reach out like what is the goal, and we should reach out that goal accordingly. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. Siuli. Hello, Suli.
Hello.
Hello, Suli. How are you?
Fine.
Tell me.
तो मैम मेरा जो क्वेश्चन था, मेरा बेबी 10 जून को हुआ और उसका बर्थ वेट था 2.65। अभी वो 2.65।
हम्म।
अभी वो 3 महीने का होने वाला है। तो एक 1 सितंबर मैंने वेट किया, वो है 5.7।
ठीक है।
तो लास्ट 1 मंथ से वो ज्यादा देर 5 से 7 मिनट तक पीता है। उसके बाद छोड़ देता है। एक ही साइड में 1 टाइम पीता है और पर घंटे में वो पेट करना चाहता है।
हाँ, ठीक है। तो देखो, मैंने भी शायद तुम उस समय थे नहीं सिली। अभी आपका बेबी का देखो 3 मंथ्स कंप्लीट होने वाला है। ये उसका ग्रोथ स्पॉट
हाँ
चल रहा है सिली। जिस समय ग्रोथ स्पॉट होता है
हाँ
3 महीने के आसपास बच्चे का ग्रोथ स्पॉट होता है, उसमें उनका डिमांड बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है हेल्थ का। और
हाँ
वो डिस्ट्रैक्टेड होते हैं क्योंकि उनका कलर्स उनको दिखने लगते हैं, उनका विजन इंप्रूव हो जाता है। तो उनको डिस्ट्रैक्शन बहुत होता
हम्म,
है। वो क्या करते हैं, उनको क्योंकि
हाँ
फीड करना तो है, भूख तो लग रही है, लेकिन थोड़ा ही पी करके छोड़ देते हैं। तो उस केस में तुमको
हाँ
करना क्या है कि बच्चे को रेगुलरली, अगर बच्चा फीडिंग कर रहा है तो चलेगा अपने को। बट ये बहुत दिन नहीं चलेगा। ये 9th का आपका बेबी अभी 3 मंथ्स कंप्लीट होगा। 14-15 सितंबर के बाद से आपको ये चीजें ठीक लगने लगेंगी कि बच्चा इतना जल्दी जल्दी दूध
अच्छा
नहीं मांगेगा। तो कुछ टाइम की बात है, लेकिन डोंट वरी। जैसे आपको,
हाँ
आप शायद हमारे यहाँ किसी एक डॉक्टर को दिखा भी रहे हो ना। डॉक्टर बिनी के कंसल्टेशन में हो ना आप इस समय?
हाँ हाँ
हाँ। तो रेगुलरली जो वो बताया है डॉक्टर साहब ने, उसको अच्छे से पूरा फॉलो करो इसके अंदर। और जैसे जो
अच्छा
जो जैसे जैसे अपडेट्स वो दे रही है उनको करते जाओ उसके अंदर। ये ग्रोथ स्पॉट का पीरियड है, इसलिए इस तरह से अगर हो रहा है तो दैट इज ओके। बस बच्चे को ब्रेस्ट पे लेती रहो रेगुलरली, ठीक हो जाएगा ये। 14-15
ओके
सितंबर के
मैम।
बाद से आराम मिलने लगेगा इस चीज का। ठीक
और
है।
मैम शाम को थोड़ा सा मिल सकता है, कम लगता है क्योंकि वो कम टाइम पीता है, लेकिन वो आधा घंटा या 45 मिनट्स के बाद ही पीना चाहता है।
चलेगा शिवली, अभी इस समय ये सब कुछ भी मत सोचो। इस समय बच्चे को बस ब्रेस्ट पे
ओके
लेती रहो। मैंने वही बताया कि ग्रोथ स्पॉट का टाइम है, इसलिए बच्चा जल्दी जल्दी डिमांड कर रहा है, विच इज फाइन। इस समय बिल्कुल घबराओ मत, बिल्कुल परेशान मत हो, बस बच्चे को रेगुलरली फीड कराओ। वही मैंने बताया कि 14-15 सितंबर के आसपास से चीजें ठीक होने लगेंगी इसके अंदर।
ओके मैम। और मैम जो वेट है वो ठीक ठाक है ना?
क्या चीज? जो वेट? एक
जो
मिनट रुको,
हाँ
वेट।
हाँ, बच्चे का
एक
वेट।
मिनट रुको, एक मिनट बता रहे हो। जून है ना, जून जुलाई अगस्त सितंबर। तो 3 मंथ्स अभी पूरे कंप्लीट नहीं हुए, एक हफ्ता कम है ना। तो 11 वीक्स का है बेबी। 4.8 चाहिए था, 5.7 मिला है, ठीक है। तो ऊपर से कुछ फॉर्मूला भी दे रही हो?
नहीं, फॉर्मूला नहीं।
तो वेट तो ठीक है। देखो उसका वेट हमको 2.65 में प्लस करना था ना, 4.8 चाहिए था, बेबी का वेट 5.7 मिला है। वेट अच्छा है उसका स्यूटी। ठीक है। लेकिन
ओके,
तुम लोग को सबका
ठीक
बच्चों
है
के
मैम।
ना बर्थ वेट बहुत कम है। 2.6, 2.2, 2.4। इसलिए थोड़ा बच्चों का वजन तुम लोग को बढ़ाना है, क्योंकि तुम लोग के बच्चों के बर्थ वेट बहुत कम है। WHO के हिसाब से बॉय बेबी का बर्थ वेट 3.5 होना चाहिए और गर्ल बेबी का बर्थ वेट 3.3 होना चाहिए। तुम लोग के बच्चों की
मैम
क्योंकि बर्थ
एक्चुअली वो
वेट कम है ना।
35 वीक्स में हुए थे।
हाँ, इसीलिए कोई बात नहीं शिवली, अभी कम, अभी कर सकते हो, ऑलरेडी हायर साइड पे है और बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो शिवली। अब इसको गड़बड़ नहीं करना, करते जाओ अभी इसके अंदर। और डॉक्टर से उसमें रहना, वो जैसा बता रही है उसको करते जाओ, अच्छा जा रहा है इस समय। ठीक है।
ओके मैम। थैंक यू मैम।
वेलकम। सुधा।
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
हेलो सुधा, हाउ आर यू? आई एम गुड, हाउ आर यू?
I'm fine, ma'am.
टेल मी।
हाँ जी, मैम मुझे ये पूछना था, जैसे आपकी कंसल्टेशन के बाद से ना अभी फॉर्मूला बिल्कुल बंद हो चुका है। टोटली ब्रेस्ट।
कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन। पहली चीज तो कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन करने दो यार, जब तुम लोग ऐसा बोलते हो तो मेरा पूरा खून बढ़ जाता है। तो इसलिए
हाँ जी,
कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन
थैंक यू।
फर्स्ट।
सेम
आप
टू यू,
बताओ।
मैम। हाँ जी,
हम्म।
मैम। एक्चुअली अभी मतलब टोटली उसको मैं ब्रेस्ट फीड ही दे रही हूँ सिंस 1 मंथ, और कि अभी फॉर्मूला नहीं दिया है।
वेरी
तो
गुड, गुड गर्ल। हाँ।
हाँ हाँ जी, तो मैम मुझे बस ये पूछना था, डायरेक्ट वो ब्रेस्ट पे आती है, बट समटाइम्स क्या होता है, सप्लाई बहुत ज्यादा है, तो वो पूरे दिन में जैसे ऑफ होता है तो पूरे दिन में वो ब्रेस्ट में डायरेक्टली फीड कर लेती है, बट समटाइम्स सप्लाई पता नहीं क्यों किसी किसी दिन लो चली जाती है, फिर वो टोटली रिफ्यूज करने लग पड़ती है।
हाँ
तो मतलब मैं अभी तक वो सारा जो आपने बता रखा है, डॉक्टर मिक्स और मोरिंगा टैबलेट्स एवरीथिंग, मैं अभी तक कंटिन्यू ही कर रही हूँ।
हाँ।
पता नहीं क्यों हो रहा है ये, मतलब इतनी क्यों फ्लक्चुएशन आती है।
अभी कितने मंथ की हो गई ये बेटी?
मैम बस अभी 18 को ये 6 कंप्लीट कर देगी।
देखो अब वो रेडी है फॉर्मूला वो सॉलिड्स के लिए, ठीक है।
जी
6 मंथ्स की हो गई है ना। अब पहली चीज तो देखो हमारी बॉडी जो है ना वो कोई मशीन नहीं है जो एक जैसा दूध बनाएगी। आपको अपना भी ध्यान रखना है। आप ये चीज अब ध्यान रखना सुधा। आप देखोगे जिस दिन आपका नींद पूरा नहीं हुआ है, जिस दिन आपका थोड़ा खाने पीने का पैटर्न ठीक नहीं हुआ है, जिस दिन थोड़ा स्ट्रेस ज्यादा है, आप देखोगे कि उस दिन आपकी मिल्क सप्लाई कम होगी उसमें। थोड़ा इस बार अब इस पैटर्न पे ध्यान देना इसके अंदर, ठीक है। और ऐसा इसीलिए होगा ना क्योंकि हमारी बॉडी हमारे लिए पहले सोचती है, ठीक है। एंड इट इज गुड। हमारे लिए कोई नहीं सोचता यार, हमारे लिए एटलीस्ट हमारी बॉडी तो सोच ही सकती है ना उसके अंदर। सो क्या होता है जब हमारी नींद पूरी नहीं हुई या हमारा अगर हम बहुत थके हुए हैं तो हमारी बॉडी उसको पूरा करने के लिए मिल्क की सप्लाई को थोड़ा कम कर देती है इसके अंदर, ठीक है। तो आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि आप रेगुलरली नींद पूरी अपनी कंप्लीट करो, अपना पानी अच्छे से लो पूरा 3 लीटर्स, क्योंकि पानी में भी कई बार हम लोग कंजूसी कर जाते हैं। तुमने बोला तो अभी मैं भी एक कप लूं
ये चीज तो मैम मैंने
पानी
ऑब्जर्व
में।
करी है का जब भी
पानी
थोड़ा
भी
सा
बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट। तुम सोचो ना मिल्क प्रोडक्शन कैसे होता है, एक बार सोच के देखो। हम जो पानी पीते हैं इसके अंदर जो वाटर इनटेक होता है मदर का, उस वाटर में ही तो बॉडी न्यूट्रिशन डाल करके उसको मिल्क बना देती है। मिल्क कैसे बनता है? अब अगर आप पानी ही कम पियोगे इसमें तो आपकी बॉडी को जो पानी की रिक्वायरमेंट है वो तो, अगर आपने पानी कम पिया तो जो भी आप पी रहे हो वो आपकी बॉडी अपने लिए ले लेगी, नहीं तो आपको डिहाइड्रेशन होने लगेगा, तो आपका मिल्क सप्लाई तो उससे इफेक्ट होगा ही होगा। तो आपको पानी का बहुत ध्यान रखना है। 3 लीटर्स पानी आपको रेगुलरली पीना है जिससे आपका हाइड्रेशन अच्छा होगा, तो आपकी बॉडी मिल्क भी अच्छा प्रोड्यूस करेगी, ठीक है सुधा। और बच्चा अभी 6 मंथ्स की होने वाली है, अब वो तैयार है सॉलिड्स के लिए, अब उसको सॉलिड्स इंट्रोड्यूस करो। एंड आई एम सो प्राउड ऑफ यू माय गर्ल दैट वे, ठीक है।
थैंक यू। ओके
Anybody else who wants to talk? I shouldn't ask more now. I should start to answer the questions. Otherwise, mothers will say, what is the use of putting the questions in the Q&A box then? Sorry. So I'm starting with Sophia. Sophia asks, my baby is 2 months old. Initially, the breastfeeding was good, but day by day, it's getting reduced and the baby is depending on formula milk even after feeding for 20 to 30 minutes. So, Sophia, this looks like now initially it was all okay, but now the milk supply is going down. So we have to work in a way that we should improve the breast milk supply. So how you can improve the breast milk supply? By taking good amount of water for hydration. Second, by improving the milk flow, by doing massage and the compress. If required, you can use the galactogogues, like as I have already advised mothers using lactomagic and moringa. And for few, there are more medicines for that, but for that, I would ask you to reach out to the team, like have a consultation with doctor if you are needing of any allopathic medicine also. If not required, then it will not be advised to you. And check the baby's weight regularly. If the baby's weight is regularly increasing by exclusive breastfeeding, then it is fine. Don't worry about your milk supply. Okay. Next question is from anonymous attendee. How can we increase the milk supply after 4 months? Baby is on 80% formula milk. Is it possible to completely shift on breast milk? Yes, it is. It is absolutely possible to shift the baby to complete breast milk, but direct breastfeeding will happen or not, that might be one thing which we need to work upon because the baby is already 4 months old. So on improving milk supply, I've just answered this question. Just follow those tips. And for 4 months and the baby is on 80% formula milk, then we need to give some more medicines. But for that, I would advise you to reach out to the doctors first so that they can give you a customized solution accordingly. पिंकी, आपका क्वेश्चन मैंने आंसर कर दिया है, तो मैं यहाँ वाले क्वेश्चन को भी नहीं ले रही हूँ। डॉक्टर विधि का भी मैंने आंसर कर दिया है, मनाली का भी हो गया है, आयशा का, अच्छा सानिया, अभी तो मैंने आपका अनम्यूट करके आपका क्वेश्चन डिस्कस कर लिया है। ओके, भावना का भी हो गया है ना, आई सपोज। मैं आई हैव इट ट्विन बेबीज, दे आर 12 days, नहीं इसका नहीं हुआ। भावना सेज I have twin babies. They are 12 days old. I have good milk supply, but my nipple is small. So my baby girls are not able to latch. So what should I do? Okay, so basically for latching, you have to follow a cross cradle hold. Babies are just 12 days old. So follow a cross cradle hold. What you have to do, you have to hold the baby. First, keep some pillows below you and have the babies level at a way that you don't have to go down. You have to sit straight. Then, if you're holding the baby, first let the baby come on your side. And then with the cross cradle hold, you will hold the baby like this and baby's head should be in your hands. Hold the breast in U shape from below, and when you are latching the baby's head should be little extended. So the chin will be coming forward and nose will be away from the breast. When you are bringing the baby like this, so baby's chin will first touch the hands nearly breast. And when you are tickling the nipple to the baby's upper lip, the baby will open a small mouth, and then you just make the baby go front and back so that the baby opens a big mouth, like you're teasing the baby and not giving the baby milk. So that way the baby will open a big mouth and then just take the baby inside. This is for latch. So it is not about small nipple or long nipple. It is always about a deep latch. So you have to focus on deep latch, Bhavna, and just work on latch. And if you have any issues, then we have a dedicated latch expert in our team. You can contact the team tomorrow for booking a consultation with our latch expert. She will go on a video call with you and will explain it to you by all the techniques of having a good latch. Next question is from Vani Koduri. Does periods affect breastfeeding? So I have made one video also on this. You can find it on my YouTube channel. And how does periods affect breastfeeding? So during periods, mostly mothers feel there is less milk because, as I just told you, your body is caring about you. So during during periods, you have bleeding, and because of that, the nutrition is washed away because blood is going away from your body. So that time some mothers might feel, and it is also because of progesterone. So during the hormonal shifts, so that's why the milk supply is less for few mothers. But once those periods are passed away, the milk supply will be back to the normal. So don't worry about it. Now next question is from Poonam Singhania. Hello, ma'am. I want to ask, what's the approximate quantity of milk should my baby take? She's 27 days old. So Poonam, you have to see what you do. For this whole week, you check the baby's weight on day 1 and then on day 7. And just keep a tab of how much milk the baby is regularly taking. If she's on exclusive breastfeeding, then no worries about checking the milk. You just see the weight on day 1 and day 7. If the baby is gaining 200 grams in 1 week, you are doing very well. You don't need to worry about it. Just keep checking the weight every Sunday to Sunday. Next question is from Lakshmi Bharti. My baby is 5 months old. She never latched due to low milk supply, or my milk supply was low. So my baby never latched. Can my milk supply be increased by exclusive breast pump? If yes, then please suggest me the schedule for exclusive pump. So Lakshmi, yes, the milk supply can be increased by exclusive breast pumping, but exclusive pumping, the schedule, because we have to first understand your whole day routine. Are you working? Are you non-working? And how you are managing your day. And accordingly, we can give you the pumping schedule. So for pumping schedule, you can ask the team tomorrow and book a call with the doctors. But yes, you can definitely increase the milk supply by exclusive pumping also for a 5-month-old baby. Next question is from Shift R. My breast milk is not sufficient with formula milk. Her weight is improving. Tried to shift to exclusive breastfeeding, but she went into dehydration with decreased urine output and increased crying. She feeds for 1 or 2 hours continuously and sleeps in between. Wakes up crying a lot and hungry. Needs formula after that. So first of all, you have to understand if the baby is feeding for 1 or 2 hours, that means that is a passive feeding. It is not an active feeding. So you have to work on active feeding, as I have just told about in the webinar. Second thing is you have to work on seeing the weight of the child. And third thing, after feeding, just see the color of the milk. And I'm very sure your baby is not emptying the breast. So if you are seeing thick white milk after breastfeeding, that means the hind milk is not going to the baby. So you have to work in a way that the baby should empty the breast in an efficient way Third, the baby's weight gain should be good. So you have to check the baby's weight weekly so that you can get the baby on exclusive breastfeeding without any problems of dehydration or decreased urine output. So first try for yourself. You feel that the need of having a mentor who can guide you on this, then reach out to the team tomorrow or just mail us. We'll send you the link for like the number of the inquiry team. Next question is from Ramya. My baby is 4 months old and his weight gain was increasing perfectly but spitting all the milk. When I consulted my pediatrician, he told that he was overfeeding. So how I have to stop my baby from overfeeding? When I'm removing him from the breast, he's crying. Okay, so what you do, you first let the baby come on the breast, but at the end, that time you just remove the baby, but because that hind milk is going to the baby because of which he's spitting. So wherever, because you have a very good milk supply, so you can express the milk in between also. So it will reduce the milk in the breast and the baby, when the baby will start coming on the breast, he will get less milk and then he will be okay. He will not spit and all that. So you can just pump the milk either before or like in between. So that you can just remove this milk and you can just donate it to your nearby hospital, Ramya. So you have a good milk supply. It is good. That is very good. And you can just donate it to a nearby hospital and you can get blessings of so many mothers. I must start the questions which I got in my box also. So the first question is, my baby feeds for 1 hour and even that remains hungry. Have to give him formula milk, low milk supply or latching issue. So if the baby feeds for 1 hour and still remains hungry, there might be both the issues. It might be a latching issue or it might be a low milk supply issue. You can check it by, after feeding the baby, just press the breast and see the color of the milk. If the color of the milk is thick white, that means you have to work on latching. But if you see lighter milk and the baby is still hungry, that means you have to work on improving the milk supply. 7 months old, can relactation possible? Yes, very much possible. Third, baby not latching properly while breastfeeding. Latching at night time while sleeping. Low milk supply. So if the baby is not feeding properly in the day but feeding properly in the night, this doesn't look like a problem of low milk supply. This looks like a problem of distraction. Your baby would be more than 3 months old. That's why the baby is doing this. So just try on removing the distractions and check the baby's weight. If the weight is increasing 100 to 150 grams and the baby is 3 months plus, then don't worry about the milk supply. You have to just work on removing the distractions. Next question is, my son is 70 days plus and his weight gain is normal. He has cold and I think I have answered this question. Next question is, my milk supply is reduced abruptly since 5 days after I have stopped the domperidone, but I have continued my moringa intake. And what about the lactomagic intake? And domperidone shouldn't be stopped suddenly. It should always be in a gradual way. So wherever you, because I don't have the names today. So if you have stopped domperidone suddenly, please don't do that. Reach the team tomorrow, book a call with me and get it properly decreased. If you stop any medication suddenly, the milk supply will go down. Always the medicines, when they are increased and when they are decreased, it should be always in a gradual way. Gradually increase and gradually decrease. Then the milk supply will not be dependent on the medicines. Next question is, hi doctor, can you please share a few tips to maintain the milk supply? Good question. So maintaining the milk supply, first of all, your hydration. Actually, the basics are the same. You have to take good hydration. You have to maintain the supply demand chain. Third, check the weight of the baby. If the baby's weight is going good, no need of worrying about it. Your breast milk is all maintained. Next question is from somebody. Actually, today names they have not given me, just given me the questions. How to increase my milk supply and my baby drinks milk only for 10 to 15 minutes and then sleep. So if the baby's weight is fine, you don't have to worry to feed him more and more. If your baby's weight gain is fine, then don't think of having the baby more on the breast. What is the use of having the baby for more time? If the baby's weight is all fine, no worries about the things. Next question is, within how many days milk supply can be enhanced? Now that will depend on what is the weight, what is the age of the baby, how much is the current milk supply. Then only I can answer this question, because it is a general question about in how many days the milk supply will increase. Next question is how to deal with cluster feeding. Simple. Cluster feeding, I love cluster feeding. Reason being, it is a natural way of nature to improve the milk supply. Yes, you have to learn how to deal with cluster feeding. So during cluster feedings, lie down with the child and breastfeed. So that will give rest to your body also. Full day, my dear mothers, they're all busy full day with small babies, taking care of the babies. They're doing household chores also, not able to take their care. So I love the breastfeed, the cluster feeding part, because at that time you can lie down with the child and can feed the baby. So you have to understand the challenges which the feed which you feel as challenges. They're not challenges anymore. If you take it in a positive way, you will understand they are for your side only. Anything which looks like a challenge, just have a deep thinking about it. You will understand nature will never go wrong. Nature will always support a mother. It will not do anything which is going to hamper a mother. You just need to have proper awareness, proper knowledge to understand what is the beauty of nature. Next question is from another mother. My baby is 2 months old, gets 8 white diapers, but he doesn't sleep for 14 to 16 hours. Even he is awake from 5 p.m. to 12 p.m. I think we have just a discussion on this. Wet diapers doesn't, I don't ask for that. I need to know the weight of the baby. My milk supply is reduced abruptly. It's done. My baby is still hungry and crying after breastfeeding for 1.5 hours on both the breasts. Why? 1.5 hours on both breasts, that means the baby is not doing active feeding, my dear mom. So you have to work on active feeding and not passive feeding. So if the baby is staying on the breast for 1.5 hours and still crying, that is a very, very clear indication that your baby is not doing active feeding. Okay. Some more questions in the Q&A box are, how do I increase her active feeding and milk supply? Also, will domperidone or metoclopramide help? So first, your question, how to increase the active feeding. So active feeding can be improved by keeping the baby awake. So now you don't have a control on baby to keep the baby awake. So what you need to do, you have to keep the baby on exclusive breastfeeding. Nature works in a way that if the baby is on exclusive breastfeeding, the baby will be awake and the baby will ask as per the demand. But if you're feeding the baby with formula milk in between, that will disrupt the natural cycle and will make the baby more lazy to come on the breast regularly. So this is the answer for first question about how to increase the milk supply, and also will domperidone or metoclopramide help. That will, I am not going to answer that on a general platform because these are allopathic tablets and they have to be taken always in precaution and always with the guidance of a doctor. So you need to book a consultation for advice on domperidone or metoclopramide. Next question is from Vani. Does banana causes stomach pain to baby during breastfeeding? No. Vani, you have a lot of myths. So just you can write me all the myths in one mail. I'll answer you. Banana doesn't cause any stomach pain to the baby. I hope you're asking banana eating by the mother, not by the baby. So banana eating by the mother will not cause any stomach pain to the baby. It's a myth. Myth shattered. We should have some kind of those flashy things in between. Myth shattered. So next question is from B. How Kip. What is this name? Are you from India? B. How Kip. Please, you can unmute. If you can. I need to know you are from India because this is a very different name. B. How Kip. You are from which city? I'm not getting an option to unmute. Okay. How do I know my baby is getting enough milk? Awesome. Good question. So you have to see the baby's weight gain. If your baby is less than 3 months, the baby should gain 200 grams per week. If the baby is more than 3 months, baby should gain 150 grams per week. If the baby is more than 4.5 or around 5 months, the baby should gain 100 grams per week. So if the baby's weight gain is good, your milk supply is enough. Good. I am done with today's question. Last call, anybody who wants to talk to me today. I liked this one-on-one interaction. If anybody who is wanting, I'm just giving 2 more minutes. If anybody has any question. Arey, I had to give you that surprise, girls. All don't remind me. So today there is a surprise for all the moms who are new to us. So I'm giving you a link to book a strategy call with our expert on this is a strategy call. So we have there are a lot of mothers who have a lot of questions about breastfeeding. So this strategy call is for those who want to have a help from us and they want to understand what is a good way to reach out. There are many mothers who asked how to reach out. So I'm just putting this in the Q&A box, in the chat box. You can just save it with you. And you can book a call in this. The slots will be getting full. So this is a strategy call where you can have a call with my team. So they are not doctors. It is a strategy call to plan out what kind of treatment plans you should go for. Or if you have any questions in your mind that do I need to have any treatment plans or do I need to connect with somebody, you can go through this link and you can book a strategy call with our team. So our team will have a call with you. They will make you understand that how we can help you. So there are so many new people in this. You can just book a call and you can have a discussion with the team with it. Okay. So the slots are less because our team is really busy. So you can just book the call. It is on first come, first serve basis. And next question is from Marwan Veza. Ma'am, my baby is 7 months old and can I start re-lactation? Just a minute. This I'm sending the link again. That link is there in the chat box. You can just save that link and you can book a call on this. So this is a strategy call with the team. So they are not doctors. This team is for if you are having any kind of questions and you want to reach out to us, you want to know how we can help you, you can just book a strategy call. It's a 45 minutes call where you can discuss about your issues and they can guide you on how you can just have a call with us and like solutions from us. So the question was from Marwan Feza. Ma'am, my baby is 7 months old. Can I start re-lactation? Yes, definitely you can start re-lactation, Marwan. Next question is from Sandhya. Acha, you asked the link. So girls, we are done for today. Shift R wants to talk. Okay. Yes, you can talk.
Hello, hi doctor. I'm Shifa.
Hi.
Yeah.
Achha.
So I had LSCS on July 1st. So now my baby is around 8 weeks now.
Okay.
Yeah. Initially, after the cesarean, I didn't have milk supply for the first 1 week or so. So she had to be started on formula.
Then?
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. So after that, she's been on formula with a mix of breast milk also. But she doesn't feed properly on the breast. She keeps feeding I think the breast milk quantity is also less. So I tried shifting her to exclusive breastfeeding, and then I'd asked the question previously. So she feeds continuously for almost 1.5 to 2 hours, with a lot of breaks in between. I try to wake her up and feed her, but still she keeps sleeping. And then after that 1.5 to 2 hours, she's still hungry at the end of it. Very rarely
What
she
is the
sleeps for
birth
maybe
weight?
10 minutes.
What is the
Birth weight
weight?
was 3.18 kgs.
And what is the recent weight?
4.68. That was
This is on which date?
about 10 days back.
10 days back. So the baby was 6 weeks at that time or 7 weeks?
7 weeks.
7 weeks. Okay. So coming to the 14.4. So 4.
She had jaundice initially. That time the weight had reduced a bit, but then she picked up after that.
Okay. But right now the baby is on mixed feeding. The baby is also taking formula feeds.
Yes, formula and breast milk also. Yeah. So now what I'm doing is I'm giving her, so every time she's hungry, I'm feeding her on my breast for about 15-20 minutes. And since she's still hungry after that, I'm giving her formula.
So this formula milk you give total, like you are breastfeeding her and then when she's crying, you're giving her formula milk. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Now here is a strategy for you. You first take the baby on the breast as you're already doing. When you're giving formula to her, don't give her full amount. Just give her half of the amount and take the baby back to the breast. Okay? And now if she's asking again, then you can give the remaining amount. But this will improve the demand on the breast. So when the demand will improve, the supply will definitely improve. This you start doing by yourself, but you might need the treatment plan also to improve the milk supply. But this is the way you can start improving the demand at least. So once the demand is more, the nature will also try to improve the milk supply also. Okay?
And do I feed on do I make a feed on both the breasts during this time?
Of course, definitely. So you have to feed the baby on both the breasts right now. When the babies are exclusive breastfeeding, then we don't worry about both the breasts at the same time. But when we are trying to improve the breast milk supply, then we have to work on both the breasts. That way.
Okay. She has a lot of reflux also in between because I think of the...
Maybe she's not burping properly. So if you're seeing that way, she's very active, then do frequent feedings that will keep the distension less. So once the babies are feeding for longer hours in between, that causes more gas to them. And because formula milk is also there, that will further, it will irritate the gut. So that's why frequently feed her with your breast milk. You can take the help of us to improve the milk supply. But definitely you can get the baby on exclusive breastfeeding. The baby is only 8 weeks. So there is a very good window to get the baby on exclusive breastfeeding.
Okay. And when I pump, I get only about 50 ml per pump. And this is after 1 hour of pumping both the breasts. So I can't do it very frequently during the day.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. See, the main purpose is not to improve the milk supply by pumping. It is by improving the baby's feed on the breast so that the baby can empty the breast by herself and not by any kind of pumped milk or something. That is the main thing which we have to target upon. And the way you can just know how are the things improving is if the formula milk is decreasing and baby's weight is increasing. That is the main ideal condition which we want. And once this starts happening, which we keep moving, once the formula goes to 0 and the weight is still increasing, that is the position when you are on exclusive breastfeeding. Okay?
Okay, I'm fine. So I'm taking these lactate granules and all that.
Today only just see your lactate granules dabba. You will see preservatives are added into that. You can just check it. And I don't want any mother to have any kind of preservatives in her food. Okay? So preservatives are the chemicals which are not allowed. They shouldn't be taken by anybody. And for breastfeeding mothers, it is definitely not it is a big no-no. So preservatives are chemicals which are added to the food products to improve the shelf life. So anything which you are eating from outside, any kind of powders or any supplements which you are taking, always see there should be no preservatives added to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. And how do I increase the active milk supply? The active feeding of the baby?
Okay, so frequent feeding will improve. Your frequent feeding and a mid-bottle feeding, all these things will improve the active feeding. She will come on the breast, stay for the breast on a longer time. This will improve and your formula milk will go down. Then she will come, she will be aware because obviously she will be more awake because formula milk, as I told you, formula milk will keep her more sleepy. So when the formula milk will go down, she will naturally come more on the breast and in a better way, in a more aware way, awake way, I mean to say, in an active way. Okay.
Okay. Can I, the position I usually, since I had the section, so I've been feeding in the side lying position and she goes off to sleep. What position would you recommend?
I would recommend cross cradle hold right now. She's 8 weeks old. Cross cradle hold will be the best for her.
Okay. So sitting and cross cradle hold.
Yes, that works very well. And I am not saying that you continue with the same. You first improve her feeding with cross cradle. And once she's a pro, then you feed in any position. That is not a problem.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Welcome.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So I don't see any more raised hands. It's good. All of you are happy and satisfied, I suppose. Okay, girls. So good night. Have a very good, today is Friday. So have a very good weekend, everyone. And some extra love and some extra kisses to your babies from my side also. So all the best, girls. And I have sent the link in the chat box. You can book a strategy call and try to understand how can we be helpful for you. And you can book a call with us in later on once you talk with a strategy person, that she can plan out your breastfeeding journey in a way that can be helpful for you. Okay? So all the best, girls. Good night and take care, everyone. Lots of love and blessings to you all. Thank you so much for these cute little hearts on my screen. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye, girls.